Well, from peace to a brewing battle, the Ikaroa-Rawhiti by-election is looming and early votes have already been cast. Today we continue our series profiling candidates, beginning with the Labour Party candidate Meka Whaitiri.
Kia ora, ko Meka Whaitiri tōku ingoa, ko Ngāti Kahungunu me rongo whakaata o ku iwi. I'm the Labour candidate for Ikaroa-Rawhiti.
I tipu ake a Meka I tētahi whānau ringa rau pā.
I'm what I call a pā child, been raised on a pā. And moving here to Hastings, similarly to my mum's pā at Ikaroa-Rawhiti. But it was a thriving community in Whakatū, and you know, in our house, all you talked about was the freezing works.
Ka mutu I whakaawea I e o nā kōka I aia e pakeke ana.
I've had really strong Māori women role models. Some of them you'll see in the pictures here. My great-grandmother, Rera Moana Hakiwai. My other grandmother, my mum's mum, Lou Heda Robin. Just the way she carried herself on marae.
Ko tāna whānau, he whānau kaha hoki ki te hā kina.
I love sport. I mean, you know, there isn't a sport I probably haven't played. And, you know, just that dedication again to everything I do. You know, again, my upbringing is we're going to do something to it really well.
I eke rānoa ia ki ngā tīma a motu mo te netiporo me te poiuka.
Over to Meka Whaitiri, PIC's goal shooter.
Ahakoa he toki a Meka ki te tākoro nei, moana tamariki e rua he kōrero anō.
Kevin played for the Silver Ferns.
I waihanga tia e rawa tēnei ripine mo YouTube.
So I've got, you know, these budding sort of kind of actors, or they think they're actors. So they're quite creative. I like the fact that they, you know, they're not shy.
Ko rāua ngā tino kai tautoko I a Meka Whaitiri.
Yeah, no, they've been absolutely awesome. And if you've ever been mums of two teenage boys, they can be so demanding. And they've just had to have grown up really quickly in the last couple of weeks, because they now realise I have to do what I'm doing, and I'm just so lucky to have them. Yeah, yeah.
And Meka Whaitiri joins us now live from Napier. Lovely to have you with us, Meka. Thanks for joining us this morning. Clearly you're proud of your boys and they're proud of you too. You have a big youth population in Ikaroa-Rawhiti. What do the youth there need more than anything else?
Kia ora, Miriana. Look, our young people, they need clear pathways, they need opportunities. I'm amazed around how vibrant our rangatahi are, whether it's in kapahaka, sports, the arts, and obviously those that are thriving in the classrooms. I want a future for them, and I want to, you know, help them realise those dreams.
How do you do that?
Well, one of the things I've been doing up and down the country, and particularly as a mother of two teenage children, first and foremost is being a mum to them, to ensure that they have all the opportunities, whether it's on the sports field or in the classrooms or on the kapahaka stage. My sons help me keep it real around where rangatahi are. They're constantly saying to me, Mum, we need events, we need sports events, we need kapahaka. I'm also being said the same with rangatahi where I meet, whether it's in Wainuamata College.
What's the number one thing though, Meka? What's the number one thing youth need?
Youth need some hopes and aspirations of what they want to do. Like I said, our youth come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. I want to actually be somebody that can actually create pathways for those rangatahi so they can achieve whatever their choices are in life.
All right, being a strong Labour seat there, some might think that you're safe. Do you feel that you are?
Absolutely not, Miriana. I've been working really hard and will continue to work hard for the next couple of weeks to get amongst our people throughout Ikaroa-Rawhiti. As you can appreciate, it's an 11-hour drive from Pōtaka down to Wainuamata, and there's a lot of people in there that have got different diverse needs. And you know, all I'm doing is talking to our people and raising issues that they've been facing for a few years.
Well, here's one of the issues. You want to build warm and affordable homes for Māori. Labour's Kiwi Build policy focuses really on Auckland. How will Ikaroa-Rawhiti benefit from that?
Well, it's interesting because I'm actually got Phil Twyford, the spokesperson of housing here in Marae Nui on Wednesday, and look, I'm going to obviously fight hard for those homes to actually be based here in Ikaroa-Rawhiti. I'm seeing the devastation of not having good affordable homes.
Sorry, Meka, can you explain that? You're going to fight to have which homes in Ikaroa-Rawhiti? You're going to try and have the focus shifted from Auckland?
Well, look, as we all know, Ikaroa-Rawhiti have issues quite distinctly different to Tamaki Makaurau. And as the representative, if I'm successful in being the representative for Ikaroa-Rawhiti, I will have that discussion with the minister, the spokesperson of housing within Labour.
Okay. The other thing you've said is you want to unlock the potential of the post-settlement era for whānau, hapu and iwi. What needs to be done first to unlock that potential?
Well, Miriana, in Ikaroa-Rawhiti we have got very strong iwi, some that have settled their treaty claims and some yet to settle. I've been at the table with one of the tribes, Rongo Whakaata, as a mandated iwi. I'm also working quite closely with my own iwi, my mother's iwi here in Ngāti Kahungunu. Recently we've just purchased a large farm here in Central Hawke's Bay called Tautani, and we're putting training in there for our rangatahi. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. The Māori economy, the iwi Māori economy is yet to be realised, and that's one of the things that I will bring to bear if I'm successful in this by-election.
Well, that's one of the things the Ministry for Primary Industries has said too. There's about $8 billion worth of potential locked up in Māori land. Ikaroa-Rawhiti is perhaps the greatest concentration of Māori freehold land in the country. What do you think of the proposals in the review of their Ture Whenua Act?
Look, anything that unlocks that potential, I think, needs to be supported. But beyond that, Miriam, we've got also land trusts and corporations. We've also got our forestry lands, and don't forget we've got our fisheries assets too. And I'm seeing huge opportunities around aquaculture that we're yet to explore. We've got wind turbines here and throughout Ikaroa-Rawhiti. So renewable energy is another area that's untapped that I'm keen to champion if I'm successful.
Meka, what did you think of your Labour colleagues taking up the offer of going into the Sky City corporate box?
Look, in hindsight, probably not a good look. But what isn't a good look is our policies for sale, which I understand that this government's doing in terms of getting more pokie machines in lieu for building. So, look, I want to stand up for due process. I'm seeing it not just from this government, but where I go. I want our people to have a say, and New Zealanders should have a say on what's going up there in Auckland.
You've got a large youth population, as we discussed, in that electorate, and you want to get them out to vote. Tell me, do you support the Māori Party's electoral amendment bill, which would see all Māori automatically go listed on the Māori roll?
Look, I've supported in my campaigning trails for these last few weeks for all our people, Māori people, to get on the Māori roll. There's a lot of confusion out there that if you get on the Māori roll here, it means you've got to vote for the Māori Party. So there's some clarity that needs to be sorted out.
Is this the way to do it? Is this amendment bill the way to do it?
Yeah, I totally support all Māori being on the Māori seat. We would have 13 representatives.
Why do you think then that the electoral campaign is not firing?
Look, I think it's just historic for all our Māori voters around participation rates. But what I can bring to bear, Miriam, is what I'm hearing on the ground when I'm talking to potential voters. What their issues are is clarity of message. The message is quite often quite confusing, and also just access to whether it's online, whether it's in face. So all our services to encourage our people to get on the Ikaroa or get on the Māori electoral roll, I think we need to revisit that.
Okay, let's force them on, fair to say?
No, I want them to actually hear the benefits. What's the benefits of being on the Māori electoral roll? That's not clear. 13 Māori seats can result if every Māori jumped on the Māori roll.
We've got to wrap. So very quickly, Meka, let's have a quick bit of fun before we finish. Paua or wild pork?
Sorry, what was that?
Paua or wild pork?
Oh, paua.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sorry?
Sunrise or sunset?
Oh, sunrise.
Once a Warriors or Whale Rider?
Rail rider.
And John Rawls or Howard Morrison?
Oh, Sir Howard.
All right, thanks so much for your time, Meka Whaitiri, Labour's candidate in Ikaroa-Rawhiti.
Kia ora, Miriana.
Right answer, Sir Howard Morrison, right answer. Now, at the 2011 general election, the Māori Party candidate finished second to Labour's Parekura Horomia. That candidate, Ngā Reihania,